So this is to everybody who lives in coastal village, whether you are in Lagos, Edo, Ondo, Delta, Bayelsa, all the way to Calabar, and the coastal road is designed to pass through your village. There's a new scheme, grand scheme, to use the coastal road to claim your villages, and they have already started testing with Lagos State. If they succeed in Lagos, it will become a template that they will use in other states to take your villages from you. Now, this is the idea. Since over 2 decades now, everybody already knew there was going to be a coastal road. They already allocated land for this from Lagos all the way, and that land is already respected by all the villages. They refuse to touch it or build on it. It is still there. So now that they are about to start constructing the road, they decided that they want to take new land. They call it realignment. Realignment means they no longer want to use the old land allocated for it. They want to reroute it. They want to depart from the old one, and you take fresh 100 meters from your villages. And this is going to be passing through where you have your houses, your businesses, everything. They want to clear all the houses off. Now, this is what they are doing. Between the old land that existed before and the new one is another skip gap of between 50 to 80 meters, depending on what they are taking from you in your own village. So they already took about 90 or 100 meters before from your village. They are skipping about 70 meters and they are taking fresh 100 meters. And the entire road in width, according to design, is just 100 meters. By implication, the 100 meters road is now being used to claim about 300 meters from your village. What federal government has refused till now to answer as a question is the old road, the old land you marked for the road that everybody knew before. Are you now declaring it vacant and releasing it back to the villages, to the communities, so that they can move there, as you are paying them compensation, they can now move back to the old land that you are no longer using, so that they can use your compensation money to build in the old one and move back? Or you are trying to claim both the old, the skip gap, and the new road from the communities? Federal government till now has refused to answer that question, and it becomes suspicious. So those of you who are saying allow development, nobody is saying they shouldn't construct coastal road. Everybody wants the coastal road, right? But the question is, which one are you using? The new one, or everything in addition to the old one and the skip gap between the two lands, to wipe out the old view? And you are saying, come forward, don't worry, come and collect. And if you think they are paying good compensation, I don't think it will be adequate. The reason being, they already released a memo saying that it is only those with building approval. How many buildings in the villages did you give approval to? How many No, answer the question by yourself. The house your papa built or your ancestors built for village, you get approval. So don't think they are paying anybody any meaningful compensation. That's what we are saying. They just want to use this as chance. Don't also forget, they will still come back. They already secured the Supreme Court's judgment that from the shoreline, from the ocean, to about 250 meters now belongs to the federal government. So by the time they use coastal road to claim the inner routes from your village, they will now come back to implement the Supreme Court judgment to claim the front of the beach from you up to 250 meters. They are simply wiping out all the coastal villages by implication. So those of you who are abusing us, allow development now, go and collect compensation. It will come to you. And those of you who are government data boys, over to you. Abuse me now. You know, say I no fine. You see, I will work. But make sure that as you are abusing me, screenshot it. Send it to that honorable member that is in charge of paying you your monthly data allowance to abuse us for exposing the frauds in government. Okay? Screenshot and send to him so that you can renew or you can reinforce or justify your next allowance, because after this one they are coming for your father's yard next. And so screenshot as you're abusing me and send to the honorable member, so that you would have already given him receipts or evidence that you supported this thing before, so that by the time they will come to your father's yard, you can no longer oppose what you already supported before. And because they must come, they will come. It's turn by turn. So we are saying resist it from Lagos, so that they don't have the template to continue this. It is the result of the resistance in Lagos that will produce the template for them, or the guide for them not to do it in other communities going forward. I'm not trying to incite anybody. I'm only trying to inform you this is what they want to do. So let us resist it together now. If you are thinking it doesn't concern you, they will get to your yard soon. Yeah, displacing everybody here and there. This thing is not rocket science. It's as simple as these are village gazettes. They are not even just any land. They are gazettes. They are excisions in approved excisions in village gazettes. And the government will just wake up and say, oh, the road is no longer passing where we designed for it before. It will now pass on your house. Or yeah, remove your house. Or we'll come and demolish it. Just come, don't worry. Just come and comment. Bring your building approval, documents. And your papa know, did your papa know, or your papa will build the ancestral home for your village? Did you know about building approval? So they are now just using all these new laws they are creating to be displacing people of their origins. Which origin will you now claim if they displace you finish now? So don't forget, the license is now in your hand. You are free. Abuse me, yab me. It will be your turn next. Your turn is next. If we don't jointly resist this daylight land grabbing or land fraud now, it's your turn next. So deal with it whichever way you like.